Schaefer, author and illustrator of Grump. Grump started when I was bored one day, so I did a quick little sketch that turned into this creature, and I called it Grump because he looked kind of grumpy and like he didn't get enough sleep. At first, when I created Grump, I thought he was just gonna be a single character that I just kind of made because I have like all my other OCs or original characters. But then I thought that if there was going to be any interaction with other creatures, it would be with another kind of plant creature I created called Sproutlings. And I developed Sproutlings shortly after I developed Grump. And when I decided to make a children's book, I was originally going to write about these Sproutling creatures. But I then realized that the plot line was very flat and it wasn't really going anywhere, so I decided to maybe make something out of Grump instead, because he could be a plot line with Grump and it could be a lot more dynamic, and it would be, I feel like it could be a lot more interesting. So I took out my sketchbook and I looked through the different creatures I had created over the last year, and when I found Grump, I thought that would be a great idea to use him for this story. So that's what I did, and I came up with and I created some other creatures to go with him, kind of a species called the Feels, with P-H-E-E-Y-L-S. And they're all these creatures that can only feel one emotion, but they can feel in varying intensities. So, like, the one based off of, like, happiness, Grin, she is only happy. She's only ever happy. And, like, Giggle is just always bubbly and giggly and laughing, and yeah, so I started writing the plotline, I started designing characters and illustrating, and I based all my creatures on other ideas, like other existing animals that reminded me of the emotion they're based off of. Like, for example, Grump is pretty rhino-based, and Grin is much more of a bird, and Slouch is kind of a blobfish, and Scowl is sort of crocodile-ish. And originally I had a lot more characters. I had one that was very worried, and I had one that was very curious, and all kinds of other characters, but I decided that they weren't exactly important to the plot. And so I decided that it would just be better to keep it simple, and I realized I don't really need to make it complicated, because this is a book for children. It doesn't need to be complicated, and there's no need for all these complex characters that don't go anywhere. So I just thought it'd be easier, and it would make more sense to take them out, so I did. But to develop this book, this thing I made, I just kind of went into my sketchbook and I found Grump, and I was like, let's just do this. So overall, it started with a tiny idea in the back of my mind, and I decided to turn it into something bigger.